uh, Joint Secretaries of OMIR, Khatib Saab, Dr. Peshwam Nazir and Nifar Akhtar, and beloved teacher, a resource person for this session, Mrs. Annie, and all beloved teachers. I welcome you one and all. Alhamdulillah, it's a great pleasure to welcome the resource person, Annie, very active teacher from Fatima High Secondary School. We know Fatima High Secondary School, Senior Secondary School is very active in all the programs, and particularly in the series of webinar, School for Excellence. Fatima Senior Secondary School is playing a lead role in respect of out of the 13 sessions, 4 are handled by the people from Fatima School, 2 by Madam Nigar Akhtar, 1 by Annie, and another one going to be held by Sister Salma. Really, congratulations to the whole team of Fatima Senior Secondary School. And I particularly wish to mention today's resource person Annie is also mentor for the students of the IAS study circle recently formed by the OMIET in schools. Very active lady. I welcome the resource person and all teachers who are participating. Welcome to one and all. Jazakallah khair. Assalamu alaikum.
Jazakallah, Professor Saab. Now I would request Madam Nigar Akhtar to introduce the resource person of today, Mrs. Annie.
Jazakallah, sir. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Respected members of the OMIET, the Joint Secretaries, Mr. Hanif Khatib Saheb, Mr. Peshwam Nazir Saheb, respected Academic Coordinator of OMIET, Dr. Abdul Kamal Nasir Saheb, and members of AMP who are attending these sessions, all participants, and my dear resource person, Mrs. Annie. I take great pleasure in welcoming you all here to this session, and I'm particularly delighted to introduce the speaker of today, Mrs. Annie Ruth. She is a gold medalist in MSc Biotechnology in Nagarjuna University, Andhra Pradesh. She has worked as a project assistant in Baba Atomic Research Center, Mumbai, under the leadership of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam in the Department of Radiation Biology. She has worked as a senior project assistant in stem cell technology in Bangalore. She worked as a research assistant in NECOP, that is National Research Center for Oil Palm, Andhra Pradesh, in the Department of Biotechnology and Microbiology. She has published a research review article in the African International Journal of Biotechnology in the year 2016 on therapeutic implications of recombinant human erythropoietin. She has also worked as an assistant professor in DNR College, PG courses affiliated to Andhra University. And right now she is working as a PGT biology in our school, Fatima Central Senior Secondary School, Chennai. She is a scientist, and as when people talk about why Netherlands is very forward in education, they always say this, that the researchers, the scientists and the doctors and the engineers, they work as school teachers. Here we are lucky to have a great scientist working for us and molding our children. And she's a continuous learner equipped with all the available resources, and she has always been teaching our teachers how to exploit all the resources. She and a group of teachers, they mentor the other teachers to completely exploit these resources. We also, I also give them some input, and she's a ready learner, and also she makes her students feel the class, not just hearing or listening to the class. So I hope she will make you feel today's lecture rather than listening to a lecture. I hope you will take notes and respond well, and completely make use of this session to enhance educational standards in your school. All the best to my dear teacher Annie. Please welcome her, and Annie, the floor is yours. Thank you for the opportunity.
Good evening, everybody. First of all, I thank the Almighty God who has given me this opportunity. I thank all the committee members of OMIAT and AMP, and my heartfelt thanks to Dr. Nigar ma'am, our educational director of Fatima School, and our principal ma'am, Naz ma'am, Naeem ma'am, and the whole management of Fatima for giving me this opportunity. And I thank Naza sir and Nigar ma'am once again for introducing me to this platform. And now I'll move into the topic. The title of my topic is Online Resources and Information Technology. So before starting myself, I would like to ask each and everyone to just observe a single second on this first slide of my presentation. So after completing the complete presentation, we can decide like whether if we want to be a smart teacher or just an ordinary teacher. So almost if I ask everyone to put in your chat box, type in your chat box whether you would like to be a smart teacher or an ordinary teacher, definitely we'll have most of them will be responding as a smart teacher. So now in the present scenario, this is an option for us, that is using technology in education. Now it has become a requirement of society that every individual should possess technological literacy. So we need to increase the access and bring down the cost of education to meet the challenges of literacy and poverty, especially in our country. So for this, the only answer is IT, information technology. Though I'm not an IT teacher, I doesn't have an IT background, but still being project assistants to many good departments. So I have learned in my experiences many things from a very eminent scientist. So what is the need for technology in education? As I have told you, education is a complete lifelong process, and education should meet the needs of variety of learners, and we need to increase access and bring down the cost of education to meet all these challenges. Now, what is the importance of technology in education? So all these points, I'll not discuss much about this because I want to go fast to the main topic rather than introduction. So access to variety of learning resources, immediacy to information, anytime learning, anywhere learning, collaborative learning, multimedia approach, then authentic and up-to-date information, access to online libraries, teaching of different subjects made interesting, educational data storage, access to the different source of information, better access to children with disabilities, reduces time on many routine tasks. Like in 2019, before explaining, I would like to mention a small incident. Like 2019, this pandemic started, and we all don't know like which platform we have to start, what to use, how to reach the children. So it is just a simple research. Nobody is there for us to guide, and I'm not into deeper into CBSE also. Just a small research, like Googling only. Just Googled it, what all the platforms are required. And then I have simply started just the first session with the students of like 6 to 7 children in a class. So that is really a practical sessions, like nearly 2 months of complete investigation. Once if we take the class, we should know how much that kid is learning from us, that student is learning from us. So that again, assessment has become a big problem. We don't know how can we reach the students. So even students are also very new. Preparing PDFs, we have to teach the student to make a PDF and send to us. They don't know. They used to make one page will be vertical, one page will be horizontal. So teaching them, it took some time, almost like 6 to 10 months to get a complete, perfect, authentic platform. Nearly it took 6 to 10 months to come into a disciplined order. Now, information technology in education. So the best of change brought about new technologies had a significant effect on the way people live, work, and play worldwide. So new and emerging technologies challenge that initial process of teaching and learning and the way education is managed. And we as teachers should know how to manage all the challenges which we are facing in this online education system. I'll not explain. You can go through the PPT later. So much time I'll not waste on explaining these things. So the uses of information technology, access to learning material, then continuous learning, sharing of knowledge, using audio and visual material as learning aids, distance learning, then proper record keeping. Then the important tools which we use for information technology in education, like computers, laptops, tablets, mobile phones. Okay, the most simple, easy device is an Android phone. So nearly if you spend like almost 3,000 to 4,000 rupees, will have an excellent Android phone, which you can access all the applications handy. Then what are the advanced tools like a smart board? Here there are 3 points, like digital screen, which allows image from the computer to be displayed. And the second one can be modified on the screen using a pen. This pen costs just like 170 to 200. You'll get it online. Then touch screen feature, which allows recharge to run program directly from the screen and get saved automatically. So these are the basic tools which help us to move on with this online education. Now coming to the important topic, applications, programs, and platforms which we used in the last years, and also we are going to use in the coming years. So I think from here you should be very attentive so that you learn many new things which will be helpful to make your class very interactive, very interesting. So students will really enjoy, instead of listening to a very normal teaching. Children like to see something interesting. Okay, they like to know some new things. All 1 year and 1.5 year passed away. Every child know how to operate now. They are ready, like they themselves can give us their own links to join. They are exploring so much, but still they want something new from the teachers. So the first and easiest thing is YouTube. We know how much YouTube will help us every day, like video clips, helpful for visual auditory learners, for teachers and students, work of their own pace, pause, play and repeat, help explore careers. Students spend has at home watching television, so educator can take advantage of exposing them to educational videos on YouTube. So we all knew about YouTube, but so whatever, even a small question, a small word will give you an answer in YouTube. So we'll see the next one, Wikipedia. Wikipedia, here we can find information about different topics. So it is very user friendly and free to use. You'll get lot of information in this Wikipedia. Whatever may be the topic, you just Google it, go inside and search, you'll get many information from that. And the next one is SlideShare. SlideShare is very interesting. I have used it several times. You will find several ready-made PPTs in SlideShare. Okay, whatever may be the subject, either social, science, or IT, maths, anything. You will have lot of PPTs from years long back. You can find them and share with the children directly from the Google. You can share it in the class instead of saving in your mobile. Then readanybook.com. So it's free to use and you get access to variety of books at free of cost. So here I have given you the icon. So it is easy for you if you search in Google, because small, a small letter, a single letter changes the whole concept. So we should be careful in choosing very good apps from the store. Next one is Padlet. Padlet is very useful, user friendly. I used it. I like Padlet so much. Like Padlet can be used by students and by teachers. With Padlet, you can create an online post-it board that you can share with any student or teacher you want. Just give them the unique Padlet link. Padlet allows you to insert ideas anonymously or with your name. It's easy to use and very handy. And so it is very simple. Like you can just download Padlet from Play Store. Okay, then you can give your mobile number, your name, your mail. That's all. You will a simple Android phone supports this app. So see, we'll face many problems, like in between the year, academic year. Some students will ring us and ask us, ma'am, which chapter, this chapter, so and so topic, I lost notes. So we can't go on and search for WhatsApp. We can't go, we don't know whether that PDF is available with us. And so instead of making a good, I mean, like a complete a screen for a child, a complete link. So in this Padlet, for an Android phone, you will have 3 walls. So 3 walls, each wall is a page, a single page. So a single page can be used for a single class. Okay, suppose I'm handling for 9th standard physics, 10th biology, and 12th biology. So each wall, one wall, I'll be posting the complete materials for physics 9th standard. Then another wall, biology 10th standard. Another wall is for 12th standard, biology 12th standard. So immediately whenever a student reaches me, ask me to give me some topic, I'll just send the link. It is always ready. So if he press that link, he or she can find everything regarding the complete academic sessions. Like you can give videos, you can post PPTs, you can give anything like MCQs, everything can be posted. At the same time, in the same wall, another student or students in a particular class, they can post every information on the Padlet. So it gives a complete exchange of thoughts between a teacher and a student. Next one is ClassDojo. Actually, ClassDojo is different and Dojo homework is different. Dojo homework is simply given as Dojo only in Play Store, that I forgot to mention here. ClassDojo is completely another platform. Like you can completely use it for your own classes like Zoom. Then you can make it like your own communities. It is completely animated. And Dojo homework, I'm mentioning here, Dojo homework, it is completely automated for 10th standard to 12th standard. I mean 10th, 11th and 12th students, science, mathematics and social studies. Science like physics, chemistry and biology, social studies, and then mathematics. There are several worksheets which are based on NCERT curriculum. So it is completely automated. Our duty is only to select number of questions and how many marks we are going to allot for each question. So Dozo homework really helps us. We are using it in Fatima, like from 10 standard, 11th standard, and 12th standard. It gives us a complete report of a student when the student is starting a worksheet, when he is completing, which question he is leaving, which he attempted half of the question, which he couldn't attempt. Everything is clear, along with his phone numbers and mother, father's name. So it is completely consolidated. No work for a teacher. It is completely automated also. And the next one is Labster simulation. Labster simulation, it is very useful for science teachers, especially chemistry, physics, and biology. So here, many teachers use Labster as a pre-lab exercise to let them understand the equipment and procedures, as well as the safety protocol before entering the lab. So this can help
Before
level
entering the
knowledge.
lab,
Yes, sir.
Just go ahead, Annie, some disturbance.
As well as safety protocol before entering the lab. This can help level knowledge gaps between the student. So Labster is a very good app. It is a very good we'll have many simulations in it. Like it will directly take like one side teacher will handle the pad, and the other side at the same time teacher can use sorry, students can use. So it is very, very interesting. I'll show you the video. Just
Audio, please. Audio, please.
Madam, there's no audio.
so the next one is Labster simulation. Teachers, please try. Science teachers especially. You will have several topics. Even the theoretical topics you can explain using this simulation. It is very, very interesting. Then FET interactive simulation is the other one. This FET provides fun, free, interactive, research-based science and mathematics simulations. Even maths teachers can use this. They extensively test and evaluate each simulation to ensure educational effectiveness. So these tests include student interviews and observation of simulation use in classrooms. So both Labster and FET both are free only. It's not paid. Next one is Jam Campus. This really works out very well, right from primary kids till 12th standard. Children will enjoy each and every session if you use this Jam Campus. Jam Campus is an educational song channel combining key learning topics with catchy music and engaging video content. So their goal is to help create new innovative ways to share knowledge. This Jam Campus first I have used in 9th standard biology last year. I got a very good response from the students. I'll just show you a video here how the structure of a cell and the complete organelles and their functions are explained in a single song. So many students, they have learned this song and they gave me the answers. They're very happy. You'll find many songs related to your to different topics. So for example,
Annie, what, that volume isn't coming.
Audio is not audio.
Please audio.
I
yes,
think
sir,
audio-
audio is, you cannot hear us, ma'am.
We can't hear the audio. I think you'll have to select that, play audio or
No.
something.
Even Labster also you couldn't hear, ma'am.
No, we did not.
No, Annie.
Shall I ask Fazil sir to
Yeah.
Yeah,
play
yeah.
those
You
videos,
can
ma'am?
share it with the audio. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Sir, Fazil sir, please play that Labster and then Jam Campus, please.
Puzzle, you have to play the video, not this.
First, we'll see Labster, ma'am. Labster
Yeah,
and then.
yeah.
Yeah. Yes, sir, this video only, sir.
Still the audio is not there.
Yes, sir, it's not audible.
I think he has to give some option like video sharing. Underneath the audio, you'll have one small box. I think you'll have to tick that.
Ma'am, they can see later, we'll post otherwise.
Yes, ma'am, I think you can proceed there. And
Yeah,
this
yeah,
can be
because
posted
no
later.
time, there are several things to explain.
Yeah,
Ma'am,
please go ahead.
they can
Please go ahead.
clearly see in the PPT. We will post it there otherwise in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, sure, Ma, you can continue. Continue, please.
This Jam Campus teachers, please watch it after we post it in PPT. You can clearly hear the audio also. So here you'll have several, like if you want the structure of DNA, children will easily learn by just learning a single song. So all the four nitrogenous bases, hydrogen bonds, everything, they can the same. You'll have several songs for so many topics. Then Homework is an excellent app which we are already using, and all my fellow teachers were using in Fatima. I'm very happy. So whether it is maths, science, English, or social studies, you can use Homework app to automate your homework. Save almost 2 hours of your daily time in managing homework and do it in just 2 minutes. So giving a question paper and the same time correcting the question paper. So both works are automated here for a teacher. So right from LKG till class 12. From last Monday only, they have started for class 11 and 12 also. Until then, we are having only till class 10. But now from the previous week, only last Monday, they started for 11th and 12th also. So please utilize, and we can hear from our teachers, those who are using Homework app. They can share you can share your ideas after I complete the session. Then Arlupa is also a very interesting app which you can especially for primary till class 8, even to class 10 you can use. It is very good tool. So it is a completely augmented reality visualization tool that brings the physical and digital worlds together as one. It places virtual content into your real environment through your device's camera, creating fantastic, interactive, and valuable experiences. So soon after, if I say a word like augmented reality or virtual reality, something, everybody will think that we need a laptop or a good PC with us, but exactly no. Even you can operate all this using a small Android phone. It is very user friendly. Please download this app. It is very easy. They'll be showing several contents like specifically for social, biology, maths, everything separately. So suppose if you want to explain parts of a human body for a small kid, like I mean like second standard, third standard, like that, you'll have a completely very good visualized pictures, everything. You can make it real, like from your home you can show it to your student. You can turn the picture like 360 degrees. You can show whichever angle you want. So every part you can explain to the child very clearly. Even child, that particular student will have complete interest, so he will not turn his head or he will not mute or something. They will have a very good interactive session if you use this Arlupa. I have tried this with 9th standard. I got a very good response yeah, last year, the past, I mean present 10th batch. They all loved this app so much. It is very interesting. Even they are very much eager. When I start sharing my screen, they'll search which app I'm pressing. So on my screen, they'll find out, ma'am, we have found which app you're pressing. See how much that anxiety will be there with the student. So class will, even this can't play the video. Okay. Then we'll move to the next, Google Expeditions. This also we have tried in the last academic year. This is an excellent like app where it an virtual reality education app that enables teachers to take their classes on amazing virtual expeditions around the world, from the Arctic to diving into the worlds of wonders of corals. Like you'll have you can use this Google Expeditions for virtual tour, online tour. Right from the gate, right from the steps, they'll explain everything clearly. We'll have an background voice explaining every step, every room, every corner. If you take to a particular museum, these are all very, only if you log in with your mobile number or your email, you can create wonders in your classroom. This is also you can use by in your Android phones. And the next one is teachlearnweb.com. So it is a very familiar app. It is an award-winning online teaching and learning portal for classes 1 to 10, and providing curriculum-specific content that engages students, supports educate. Many of my school English teachers were asking, I think this app may help us. Supports educators and bolsters achievement. Then our educational resources are for home and classroom usage. Our study material their material includes academic diagnostic tests on learning skills and styles, visuals and animations, subject specific class notes, PPTs, subtopic levels, worksheets, mind maps, concept maps, end of chapter test, adaptive assessment, and more. So many things are available in this teachlearnweb.com. Please access it. This also you can access using your Androids. And Edmodo is another educational company which offers communication, collaboration, and coaching platform. This you can use for online quiz. Then IXL Learning. IXL Learning is another educational technology app. It delivers an immersive e-learning experience for all students in all grades in math, English language, arts, science, and social studies. Then TED Ed, this is a completely animated application. It is also an award-winning. You can see many animated videos here. This creates a lot of curiosity among students. And then Discovery Science, we know it is a scientific methodology which emphasizes analysis of large volumes of experimental data with the goal of finding new patterns or correlations. So here, this app, we can like do some research, like we can manipulate many things. It's very useful for biology teachers, especially. And then the next one is for maths teachers. Maths Evolve is a fun and effective way to practice math facts, number sense, and mental math skills. So now nowadays we are like in online sessions, we are seeing even for small kids, they were teaching how to calculate small sums mentally. So for mental maths, developing mental math skills, this is an excellent app which you can use for ages 6+ above. Then improves multiplication, division, addition, and subtraction skills. And then Simple Sorbonne. So it has a free mode where you can use the abacus freely, and a challenge mode with 4 operations, all the 4 operations, and 3 difficult levels where you must race against the clock to perform calculations. This is very good application which you can use for abacus, promoting abacus. Then Prodigy is designed to engage students using adaptive technology to cater to each individual. Prodigy's personalized approach, it identifies the gaps in students' understanding and works with them by pulling them back to prerequisite skills and then mold them, scaffold them forward through more difficult concepts. Then Splash Math. Splash Math is another important application for mathematics teachers. It is learning by making it fun and personalized for every child to prepare them for skills required in 21st century. So there is a study pad which is uniquely poised to harness the rapid growth in the education technology space using the backdrop of ubiquitous adoption of smartphones, tablets, AR and VR technology. So maths teachers can utilize all the 3 apps which I have told you, right from primary even to the higher standards. Then virtual labs. Virtual labs are simulated learning environments that allow students to complete laboratory experiments. This is completely similar to PhET and Labster simulations, which I have explained you previously. The next one is Anatomy Zone. Anatomy Zone is another website for 3D video anatomy tutorials. So here you can see many children doing the dissections, for dissecting a frog, earthworm, cockroach, everything, a live experience. And here they are developing new tutorials and adding new content to make anatomy learning very easy. The next one is space simulation. So this simulation is a realistic space flight simulator game app. This is a simulating a game app. Here, players can explore an accurate solar system with real physics, time and distances. Explore the entire solar system with their planets, moons and other major bodies. So until Google Expeditions, what all applications I have taught, I have explained to you, they are completely free. But from now, some apps were like you have to purchase. Some simulating games and all we have to purchase. They are not paid. Sorry, they're not free. This space simulation is a really interesting application, especially for physics teachers. Then Spelling City for English teachers. It is a word game app which is designed to help kids learn spelling and improve vocabulary and grammar skills. Kids can practice these words, word lists in any of the apps engaging learning activities. So this you can, especially the primary teachers, you can use this app for making a kid to learn the spellings correctly. Please see the icons which I have posted by the site so that you can easily pick up from the store. Next is a Blackboard. Blackboard Collaborate is a webinar platform designed for use in online teaching. So instructors schedule webinars using Blackboard Collaborate as a virtual classroom. This Blackboard, we can even use it when we are using Zoom sessions also. Especially for maths teachers and English teachers, this is a very good application. If possible, I'll send you the link how to post this Blackboard in a Zoom session. It is really interesting. So a student can directly do solve a problem in the Zoom session online along with the teacher. And the same thing, even English teachers will find some language teachers, Hindi, English or Tamil, whatever it may be. If a teacher writes, the other side a student can also write there. It is very, you may have a question like you are having a whiteboard, while we go for Blackboard. Blackboard is having several options than a whiteboard. So you can use all those options and make it create some interest in the children. Children will definitely rush to, student will respond to us very, will see our immediate response from a student, and we can have a good result using this Blackboard for languages and mathematics. And the last one is like teaching vocational subjects with the simulating games. So this is these are the apps which I'm going to discuss finally in my session. So the first one is Zookeeper. Zookeeper app, this application can help developing analysis skill of students. So playing this game can stimulate students' intellectual interest. So if you take small kids, if we show these animals, they feel like they were in a zoo. Okay, then they may this app make them understand the importance of treating animals well, and adapting to a new environment. Then how to separate, like take care of the those animals, etc. So you can, primary teachers, please utilize this and make your classes interactive. The next one is Big Oil. Big Oil is another application where it helps in better understanding of business and economy. Economics teachers can use this application. You can give some projects for students. It helps students to understand and handle the profits and loss, that concept. So it is very good. Please go through it. Next one is Fish Tycoon. Fish Tycoon is also useful for primary children. Um, you can use this, I think, but this app is an paid version, not a free one. The next one is Super Grocery Shopper. So here, this game is good for improving money skills and help teach kids to build healthy habits also. And this application help them to understand the basic concepts of mathematics. So when they're going to a grocery shop, they have to pick up some items. There they can see which food is good food for healthy. They can separate the junk food. So then they can learn some small basic concepts of mathematics, like which item is what cost, so altogether what is the total amount to be paid. There we can go for additions, or they can, if the amount is exceeding, they have to remove some items from the cart, and there they learn the subtraction facts. And then if the same single item, if they're buying a single item, like the same item for 3-4 things, they can know the multiplication facts. So maths teachers can use this Super Grocery Shopper. Just leave a small like if we give a small exercise, a small module for a kid, they can do it. It is very easy and interesting. Teachers, nothing is there to teach a child here. All these applications they'll play. These are all like simulating games only. The next one is Coffee Tycoon. Coffee Tycoon, it is a business simulation game. Here, the game involves managing a coffee business by trying new stores, new recipes, and advertisements. Then it helps kids to understand the concept of business management. Business studies teachers can utilize this. It is very interesting. Coffee Tycoon. And next one is military strategy. So here, this strategy focus on how to win a series of battles. Okay, and a student should know, he should think differently, some different tactics to focus on how to use the available means to win the battlefield. Okay, and this also helps to make students to focus on skillful thinking and planning to achieve the victory. So perfect planning, how to plan things to stay fit in a battlefield. All this you can see in military strategy. Next one is boat boat simulator games. So it helps the students to learn, handle various situations. So then make students to train, analyze and predict the different situations. The next one is army port ship. So this army port ship helps in business management skills and let the students to think creatively and come up with unique ideas. It also helps the students to make correct decisions, so perfect decisions. And these decisions will make them they'll make these their skills stronger. And this okay, these are the complete explanations of different applications in different subjects.
There is a
If you
question
have
in the-
any-
Abby, 1 minute. There is a question
Yes,
in the
ma'am.
chat box. They want
Yes,
to know
ma'am.
whether Blackboard can be used in Google Classroom.
Google Classroom, no, ma'am. They
No?
cannot.
Yeah.
No.
Okay. Anybody else has some questions? Then I can proceed. You may ask some questions and then you can proceed.
After completing these applications, I'll just want to mention the complete assessment tools. What are the tools specifically we can use for continuous assessment is one first and foremost thing is homework app. You can use right from LKG till to class 12 for all subjects. And then you can use Dozo homework for class 10, 11 and 12, science, math. One is the other app which you can go on for quiz, having some quiz is Nearpod, Kahoot, all those things you can do it for quiz. Then assessments like you can use Google Classroom also. Google Classroom, you can create multiple classes for multiple use it for the assessment, continuous assessment. Any doubts in applications, they can you are free to ask me.
One doubt, Anima.
Yes,
In RLUPA, only whatever is already available can only be shown. No? RLUPA.
we cannot create and insert our own images until now. I mean, I didn't try. I'll check it
Okay.
once.
Whatever
Almost
already
I think it is
available
not.
can be visualized.
Yeah, almost many concepts were available, sir. Basic concepts were available there.
Can I just
Because
add about the vocational training with the
yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Please.
One more doubt. Have you used RLUPA in your class?
Yes, sir. Yes, I have used last. It's really very easy. Just you can download the app, sir. You just download the app. Okay. Then while taking your Zoom session, just screen share how I did my PPT. That's all. You can screen share, switch on the RLUPA app. We can download as many pictures as we want. We can turn everything live. We can show. It's very easy, sir.
I think in Arlupa lab, we have to select first the item what we want to share. And then we have to screen share, isn't it?
Sir, I couldn't hear you, please. Louder, please.
Actually, in Arlupa lab, we
Ah.
have to select the whatever we want to show. That has to
Yeah.
be selected, and then we have to screen share.
Correct, correct. Hmm. It doesn't take more time also to download. Within
Yes, yes.
2 or 3 seconds, you can do it.
Actually, we downloaded, but
Mm.
we
Mm.
thought whatever available are limited. Okay, you are telling
Mm.
it's vast. Okay.
Mm. Even you can download and save also those videos.
Oh, good.
You can download and save in your mobiles. I did using normal Android phone only, sir. I didn't even use lap for Arlupa.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, about the
Yes,
game, yeah, vocational training, we cannot go out and make the children do farm work or boat building work or aeroplane building. We can't do that. But these are great simulating games where you can teach them one art, whatever one vocation, whatever is their interest, field of interest. For example, this zookeeper is played by my grandson. It makes you like select the animal, build a shelter for them, buy more animals and wash the animals. Actually you have to wash them and the animal gets wet. It's all like, life kind of situations. And then also you have a room where you have the DNA samples, and the child can go there and take those samples and make hybrids and create new animals. Okay, so now he is not even 6, but in his vocabulary he has evolution, hybrid, all those things in his vocabulary. So this kind of a rich experience we can't give them. So we will not make them like addicted or anything. He is not addicted to it, but it is very useful to give life like situations, life like experiences along with these kinds of games. So they are very useful in that aspect, because nowadays the skills are more needed than rote learning or anything. So you can try some of these, like farming and poultry keeping, even looking after a pet dog. There so many games are there. Thank you.
Okay, ma'am. Even super grocery shopper is also very interesting, especially for primary teachers. Primary teachers completely, if you focus by some creativity only, the student is ready to listen you. They themselves will explore in many ways, and they will give us some ideas, new ideas. That it is true. Even the higher standard teachers also. I had many personal experience with children. Just after showing all this, last year a small incident, like ma'am, Nigar ma'am, when she was principal for us, ma'am asked us to submit our art integrated projects within a very short time. We don't know anything. I just gave only 2 hours for children. I just explained the concept. And I told on our Chennai is Tamil Nadu state is related to Kashmir, Jammu and Kashmir. So we have to use that art and everything. We have to integrate in subjects. Children, they responded like, I got fantastic ideas from children. They also made a video. If we force them to do, if we give them like nearly 1 month, they'll not respond us. But immediately, if they're interested, that interest must be created only by a teacher. So you can utilize all the tools. All these are free for us, and we have to welcome children to do all uh, research on this. And the present technology as a transformational tool, how we are using in a technology in education in present days, and how technology varies in future coming days, has been said in this slide. So students began to learn through playing games and simple simulations, using databases, spreadsheets, presentation and research tools, everything we are using right now. And what's the future is we don't know how we will develop the use of technology. As somewhere in the article I have seen that as educators and researchers look to the future, they are no longer asking the question. So we should technology be used in education? So instead of that question, we all should be ready. How should technology be used to help students achieve higher levels? What we know is that technologies are serving at least some purposes in education, 4 or 5 purposes. So technologies are used as previously to teach, drill, and practice. All this we have done past several years. There are many experienced teachers before me who were listening my topics now. So that drilling, that kind of teaching is no more useful for the students in the coming days. So we all should equip ourselves and ready to face the battles which are ahead. So technologies are used to provide simulations and real world experiences to develop cognitive thinking to extend learning. And there are also some pros and cons using information technology in education. Okay, so we are surrounded by technology every day, and people are misusing also. So we should be very careful as a teacher what type of apps we are using, how far a student is used, whether they are using it properly. So there are several apps, but we should be keen and observing very clearly which type of apps are used by the students. And then to begin with, like using technology in the classroom is the ability to customize student learning to meet the needs of all students. So as you may know, every student learns differently, and using technology gives teachers the ability so to adapt their lesson plans to suit each individual student's needs. There are countless computer programs and apps on the market that are available to track students' progress. So it's quite difficult for teachers to able to differentiate learning for all of their students at the same time. However, when using technology, teachers can easily meet the needs of all learners with just a simple tap of their finger or click of a button. As a result, students will have a greater concentration in the classroom. So we ourselves should create some interest and draw their complete attention on the classes. On the other hand, the use of technology has its drawbacks. For one thing, those who are against the use of technology in the classroom say excessive use can promote antisocial situations. These individuals are afraid that students will lose their ability to communicate in a social situation because of their constant use of technology. And addition to it, students need interpersonal skills, and when you give them technological devices in school, so this can limit the time they get to spend interactive with their peers. I don't know where the I'll reshare the screen, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So to sum up, I believe that to benefit from technology, we should use it in the right manner and at correct time. So be a smart teacher, learning together even when we are apart, and a dedicated teacher even from a distance. When the going gets tough, the tough keep teaching online. So with this, I conclude the session. Through all these applications of smart classroom in the education sector, learning has been enhanced through creation of a superior innovative environment that facilitate aspects of learning, such as distance learning, that were not possible prior to the introduction of smart classes. The remaining part is the improvement of effectiveness of smart classrooms to cater for emerging learning needs and the changing rate of technology.
Annie ma'am, one question in the chat box.
1 minute,
yes,
sir.
yes.
Fazal.
One question in the chat box. That
Yes,
is,
sir.
Sister Nazima wants to know, wants you to repeat what app can be used to get the worksheet for all subjects.
Homework app, sir.
Homework.
Yeah. Our teachers, one of you can, ma'am, can I stop sharing so that I can see the chat box?
Okay, okay.
You can stop sharing, Annie. Yeah. I'm just asking. Yeah, you can ask, you can name the teacher and ask them to.
Yes. So one of our teachers can, those who are using this homework app can explain how we are using English teachers, science teachers, social teachers, anyone, any teacher can explain. Nirmala Rani Miss is available. I think she's not. Nirmala Rani Miss. Varlakshmi Miss, if you are using, you.
Yes, miss. Good evening,
Yes, miss.
everyone.
Ruby is here.
Evening.
Varlakshmi Miss is
Ah,
speaking.
I'm audible, no, ma'am?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. You can speak, please.
Yes. I'm using this app for social science for 6th standard, 7th standard, and 8th standard. It's a very useful app. As soon we get very short time only in the Zoom sessions. So as soon as I finish, I'll give the MCQs. It's very useful for the MCQs. We need not even for short answers. They'll write it in the paper. They will take the photograph of that and upload it, and I'll do the correction for the short answers.
Thank you, Miss. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
So both the descriptive, subjective questions and MCQs also can be given as a worksheet. Short answers, long answers, everything. Child can, student can directly take a picture from the app itself. No need to come out from the app and go to the camera. He can do it right from the app. He can take a picture and upload. No need to make
That's right.
PDF.
And we
Everything.
can
Excuse me
use
one.
we can use different books also, ma'am. Not only NCERT, we
Yeah.
can select the question from different mathematics. If I'm using mathematics means we can use different books and we can select the questions also. Like that we are using the homework app.
Any other questions, teachers?
Hello, once again, Varlakshmi here. And I was actually substituting for 4th standard EVS also last week. So the 4th standard children also, they have tried out with the descriptive and the MCQs. They were very happy. One parent even called me, Jashwant Sai, one boy. The parent called me and informed me that it's very useful for the child. Not
Yes.
every time sitting and writing in the classwork,
Classwork.
like it was fun for him to do it. Thank you. Thank you.
So homework is an excellent app. Dear teachers, please
1 minute,
utilize it.
Annie Miss, 1 minute. Participants, you'll have to give your feedback and also submit your assessment. It is in the available in the chat box. We'll give you 15 minutes. You have to complete those two things. Yeah, you can.
Hello, ma'am. I had a
Please,
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Ma'am, I'm Aisha Sheikh from Goa. I just wanted to know about any unpaid apps to prepare the assessment and results that we prepare. It is usually like, the entire Excel sheet we prepare for the whole class or the whole batch of students. For individual
Okay.
student, could you suggest any?
Okay. You can go with Survey Hut. Survey Hut. SURVEY.
Yeah.
Survey Hut. Just you can create your own questions. Individually, you can send it. You can send it to the student. Different
can
different
you-
questions.
Can you repeat and spell
don't-
it?
I
Yes,
don't
you.
mean the, hello. It's not the question. I'm not talking about the questions. After the
What,
assessment
ma'am?
procedure, maybe after the assessment procedure, maybe after the term, the result, the progress sheet that we prepare.
Progress sheet, you will get it completely consolidated sheet only here. You have to mark the right answer. You have to give the correct answer, so that while it will automatically correct itself, and it will give you the complete PDF consolidated mark list for all the students, even though the question paper is different.
Okay.
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 You
I'll
repeat
just
the
check
name
it
of the
now.
app. Survey.
Survey
Survey
Heart.
SURVEY. That have we already used for 12th standard, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
It's,
ma'am.
it's very similar like a Google form only. It's very similar like creating a small Google form, like MCQs.
Ma'am, excuse me. I think you haven't got what I'm trying to say. I am not talking about this individual one subject. Now, being a class teacher, suppose I have to annually, at the end of the terms or whatever procedures, evaluation that we have, at the end of that, when I want to prepare the individual assessment report of each child, then
Okay.
what do I do?
Progress report. You are asking about
Yes,
progress report.
progress sheet, yes.
Ma'am, you can go with the Canva.
What is it?
Otherwise, if you have my number, you can contact me. I'll give you the correct spelling and the
Okay,
link if possible. Okay,
Okay,
definitely.
ma'am. Thank you. Thank you so much,
You
ma'am.
can-
Yeah,
Even
I'll give you.
yeah, you just
Contact you,
message.
ma'am. Thank you so much. Yeah.
No problem. You're welcome. Anybody? Any other questions? Otherwise, you can even in small card, and you can use the same for all students also, ma'am.
Yeah.
What is it, ma'am? I didn't get you. Couldn't hear you.
You can design a small progress report card in a normal. You can go with Google Sheets. Yeah, I'm correct. Google Sheets. GOOGLE. Google Sheets. SHEETS.
What? How to use Google Sheets, ma'am?
1 minute.
Yeah, what we are using now is Google Sheet, right, Ms. Annie? We are doing the assessment and feedback.
In Google Sheets, we can find everything. 1 minute. I'm opening that tab. There is a template in Google Sheets, ma'am. Okay. I'll tell you the name also. 1 second.
Who wants to go to changing?
I forgot that.
Shall I make an announcement in between? 1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Anima, shall I make one announcement in between?
Sir, please make that announcement.
All the participants, for the next session, it will be on early child care education. When you join, resource person asked you to have one paper with you for an activity. you have a one square shaped paper, almost of A4 size, joined with that. The resource person will, using that, she will make you to do an activity. This is for information. Okay.
Okay, that is great book, ma'am. Great book.
Hello, ma'am. Great book. Does it come in Google Sheets?
No, it is there already. It is a template in Google Sheets. If
Okay,
you,
okay, thank
if you
okay,
install Google Sheets, okay,
okay.
there is soon after you open Google Sheets, you will find a plus symbol. Okay,
Okay,
just
ma'am,
click on
I'll check it. I'll check it. Thank
that,
you, ma'am, so
click
much.
on that
In
plus
case
symbol.
there is any problem, then I'll get back to you. Thank you,
Sure,
ma'am.
sure, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay. You can send individual report cards very easily. Then at the same time, you will have all the statistical data also. Everything automated. On if you feed it once, it's enough.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay,
Thanks.
ma'am. Any other questions, ma'am?
Anybody else wants to have any questions? Yeah. Nasapai, shall we go on to the vote of thanks?
Yes, yes.
We'll be staying here for some more time so that you can finish your answers, but we are ending the session now. Only the technical session. You'll have some more time to complete your forms, form and your feedback form. Please kindly do both.
We can move to vote of thanks.
Yeah.
And
Thank
teachers,
you.
please watch the PPT. I'll post it. So all the videos will be opening clearly. You can go through it.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Respected members of the OMIAT and AMP, and especially the participants and the resource person, Mrs. Annie Jacob, Annie Ruth. It has been a wonderful session, and I think a lot of information has been shared and a lot of useful information which will make the work of the teacher very easy, especially assessment. We don't find time for assessment, and by using these applications, we can get meticulous assessment of the students, and we can work on that again and again. We can even give a retest because it is not taking much time. If a child has scored only 80%, then again we can ask the child to repeat the 20% what he has lost. We can repeat tests any number of times. We can also use it in the classes like pre-test and post-test, just to find out whether we have been effective as a teacher. So I first of all thank Almighty Allah to have brought us together to share this knowledge, and it's an act of worship actually. So many of you coming together to gain knowledge and to give knowledge. May Allah bless Animis with all good things in life. And I thank all the organizers from the bottom of my heart for making this kind of a teaching learning a success. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Thanks. Hello.
Yes.
sir.
Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Yeah. Yes. Who's speaking?
The link will be open for another 10 minutes to fill up the questionnaire and the feedback form.